I'm on inside. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit of a more serious one, if you can call it that. But this is something that I wanted to talk about for a little while now, and I think it's something that absolutely needs to be addressed. This is going to be my official video stating that I am anti-AI. I think it's something that really needs to be put out there, and I think artists and influencers and whoever, I think we all collectively need to start taking a stand against all of this AI stuff that's going on. Now is the time to draw the line in the sand and put a stop to it, even if realistically the best time to do that was probably like 5 years ago or so. So about 2.5-ish years ago now, AI was really starting to become the big topic on everybody's mind, and I made a video about it called AI is not going to replace musicians. In that video, I essentially said how I don't really think that we need to be as worried as people were at the time about AI just completely replacing musicians and all this other stuff. Although there are plenty of things that I said in that video that still hold up today, the state of AI has changed quite a lot since then, and the whole topic of AI in general is even more prevalent now than it was back then. Obviously, it's pretty hard to predict the future, and if you told anybody that any of this AI stuff was going to be happening 100 years ago, they would look at you like you were a psychopath. So while I do still hold the same opinion that I don't think that AI-generated art will ever replace genuine, authentic, real, human-created art, the one thing that I genuinely could have never foreseen was Spotify and other streaming services like that actually allowing this AI BS to be on their platform. When I made that video, I was sure like, oh, Spotify would never actually let AI music be on their platform. It's so obviously common sense that this could be used in malicious ways and lead to some really horrible side effects. But hey, here we are. Honestly, that is a pretty big driving factor for why I'm making this video in the first place, to kind of just call out and denounce any company or artist or whatever that uses AI in what they do, and then tries to pass it off like it's real art or like it has a real benefit to the music and artist community. One of the scariest things to me is the fact that all of these massive companies are just going to slowly integrate small little AI stuff here and there until we're all just totally cool with everything being AI because we didn't even realize it happened. It all happened just so smoothly and seamlessly because that is literally exactly what's happening and what's been happening for the past 5 years right under our noses. So I'm not even going to go into all of the negative side effects of AI just as a whole, you know, like taking people's jobs, the massive amounts of energy that are actually used to power the AI software, the fact that they're already building giant AI data centers, which they need to displace people from their houses to build and also destroy the environment, also the malicious people and companies that are using AI for their scam stuff in order to trick people and steal money from people, and all the other malicious things that AI can be used for. Because if I talked about all those things, it'd probably be a whole other 2-hour long video, so I'll just keep it rather concise and focus on the use of AI in art-related things. And furthermore, why AI cannot and should not ever be considered art in any form. Definition of art: the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Remember those two factors: emotional power, human creative skill. So literally, by definition, AI art is not art. The life cycle of creating an art piece is an artist has an emotion that they feel, so that artist attempts to take that emotion and put it into a piece of art, whether that's a sculpture, or painting, or music, or whatever, in a way where the audience can best try to feel what that artist feels, or at least feel something of their own. Whatever way you want to cut the cake here, however you want to skin the cat, art and emotion are intertwined. That's just a non-negotiable. Art is about making you feel something. And you know, the glaring problem here is that a computer program cannot feel emotions. To try to sit here and say that AI created art is real art is essentially accepting that soulless, spineless, emotionless art is real art, and I am simply just not going to do that, nor do I think anyone else should. I made this point right here in my old AI video.
When you listen to any form of AI music, there's just something about it that is like almost eerie.
And I really think the same point still holds true today. I have never listened to an AI created song and not had that just kind of weird, unexplainable, soulless feeling while listening to it. Like as if it's just missing something, like something is just a little bit off with it. And I equate it to the whole uncanny valley thing where your brain is expecting something human and expecting something familiar, but there's just a small quality or something off about it to where it just feels wrong. So another really stupid stupid and ridiculous opinion that I've seen people say is that, oh, well, AI is just a tool, or AI is just a new form of art. Sure, there are some arguments to be made about how AI can be helpful for like productivity and organization things, maybe automating certain things that are just kind of monotonous or not really worthwhile to have a human do them. Again, not going to bring up the fact that this line of thinking is very much being taken to the extreme, just being used to flat out replace real human beings who are working hard to try to provide for their families. But I get it, I understand the argument that there are some benefits to using AI in certain areas, but genuinely, overall, I just cannot fathom the idea that you could call yourself an artist and be at all okay with AI being integrated into your art, or really anything art related for that matter. If you really need AI to make a drum pattern for your song, or like mix your song for you because you're not confident in your mixing abilities, quite frankly, you just don't love art for the sake of making art. In my opinion, what makes real human art so pure and so relatable is the fact that it has human error and it has things that are wrong with it. Art is really not art without that human imperfection aspect. And then also to say that AI art is just a new form of art is just absolutely preposterous, because never in the history of time has art been, let me just put in this prompt and create an entire art piece by essentially doing nothing at all. Art has always required some level of effort to create, and if you really in your heart of hearts think that typing a prompt into ChatGPT or whatever AI software is considered art, I hate to break it to you, you're an idiot, not an artist. The script that I wrote uses a little bit more colorful language, but I'll keep it PG. But listen, AI art might not be art, but let me tell you what it is. It's an excellent way for billionaires and massive corporations to make even more money than they're already making, and continue to screw over the artists and regular people who are working hard, trying to make a name for themselves and just trying to make a living. Listen, I'm not going to make any accusations or point any fingers. I'm just going to create a hypothetical scenario for you. Let's say there's a big streaming service that everybody uses, hypothetically. Now, if said streaming service allows AI music to be uploaded onto their platform, well, that opens the door for them to just make AI music internally, promote their AI music to their audiences, and then make a profit and not have to pay anybody for any of that. Now, that would really suck if there was a company doing that out there, hypothetically. But this is exactly what plenty of other companies in other industries are already doing. You do everything in-house and you make more money. You do everything in-house with little to no effort involved, and you make even more money. And Lord knows if there was a hypothetical streaming service doing this, that they probably would already be taking quite a lot from the artists that actually make music for their platform. But I do appreciate the fact that some platforms have made an effort to label AI and give like a "this is made by AI" kind of warning. And I believe that YouTube has also made it to where AI content cannot be monetized on the platform. That is a good thing. That's a step in the right direction. So I'm currently editing the video, and I should probably mention that this video was filmed before YouTube started doing their whole AI age verification, and also I just watched the Rhett Scholl video about how YouTube is now using AI to enhance the quality of our videos without telling us. I had a little bit of hope for YouTube and their moral standing, but not anymore. And I wasn't going to shout this out in the video because I wanted to keep it about the AI thing, but I do have a Patreon if you want to support this channel if I ever have to just abandon YouTube completely because they're total evil corporate overlord scum. I'll talk about that more in future videos, but yeah, YouTube, bad. But frankly, in my opinion, the best solution is to just not allow it on the platform at all. But either way, record labels and music companies have never cared about music or artists before. They have always cared about money. That's just the way it's been. There's no argument there. And when they see all this AI stuff, all they see is dollar signs. And that should absolutely be concerning to you. Pretty much anything that exists out there, somebody is benefiting from. If no one benefits from a particular thing, it dies out pretty quickly. Another extremely malicious factor in the whole AI art thing that we absolutely have to discuss is kind of inherent to the way that AI functions as a whole. So I explained this in the other AI video as well, but at its core, AI is a computer program that is designed to take data that we feed to it and produce a result based on a given prompt that we also give to it. That's a crucial point there. Based on data that we feed to it. It has to be getting the data from somewhere. And then you start to wonder, but where is it getting that data from? Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that, yep, it's stealing from all the songs, all the music, all the art that is already out there. It's taking real human artists' lyrics and melodies and song structures in order to make its own AI slop music. It's funny because if a human artist was doing this, they were just ripping ideas from other artists and other songs out there, they would be burned at the stake. I mean, look what just happened to that Yakumo Tura guy. But hey, when we train a computer program to do it, it's all good. Totally cool, man. No problems there. I actually receive a decent amount of emails from companies that want me to do like sponsored ad reads and stuff in my videos. And naturally, many of them are AI related, as that's kind of the thing right now. And a point that I've seen a few of them make is that their AI programs are ethically trained, or they've ethically sourced the data that the algorithms are trained on. I think this is so insane that even needs to be a clarification. They're like, hey, yeah, our AI program is the best because we're not committing copyright infringement. And just to be clear, this video is also me saying that I will never ever be doing any AI related sponsored posts or anything like that on this channel at all. Don't care if that hurts my relationships with certain companies or my opportunities to get sponsored stuff. Another thing, we've already strayed so far from real human connection. It's been just like a slow decline over time of people growing farther and farther apart. And it's really sad to watch. Young kids just being on their phone all the time. People my age and younger and older not even like knowing how to react in social situations. You guys already know how I feel about this, but phones and the advancement of smartphone technology has been one of the worst things for humanity as a whole. And now we've added another bit of technology in there that's going to bring us even further away from real human interactions. And how these corporations are able to market and sell this to people, absolutely no idea. I am not sure. But that is where it's your job to think for yourself and be like, hey, maybe I'm not chill with all this AI stuff, and maybe it is kind of malicious in the way that they're pushing it onto all of us all the time now. Listen, this is my call to action. Stop using AI stuff. Think like a human. Be a human again. I hope that you guys, as my audience, can share this sentiment and kind of resonate with what I'm saying, because it really does feel like it's gotten to a point where you kind of have to like pick a side now. The human side or the robot side? Which side are you on? I really value authenticity and being genuine in everything you do in life and in your music, and you can't really be authentic if a robot is doing stuff for you. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything I have to say here. If you disagree with what I said, you can leave. No, but seriously, I really appreciate you guys watching as always, listening to me rant and ramble as I seem to do so often. Stay safe out there, keep it human, keep it real, and go touch some grass. Love you guys.